I do think an important thing to understand for context for this coming out, the Donald Trump administration ramps up the Cuba blockade as of when he was in office, and Joe Biden's done nothing to relieve it. So there is an extreme economic scarcity happening in the country, and people are seriously, legitimately pissed, and it is leading some people to become counter-revolutionaries in a way that makes a lot of sense structurally. The other thing you have to understand is whenever fucking you could put money every time there is a planned protest in Cuba, there is somebody being paid by the United States Intelligence Agency to fucking get some heads in the right room. And so when they had the protests happening over the summer, which again do have people with real problems and actual things that they're upset with, they are being guided structurally by the hand of the, if not the American state, at least former Cuban refugees who are now politically meddling in the country. And there's the ones that happened over the summer set a date. The organizers set November 15th. They were going to get back together and really sock it to communism one last time. And that happened 2 days ago from when we're recording. And we got to press the big sound effects button here, but it was a classic Cuba fail. Press the Bay of Pigs button.
Yeah, what is this supposed to sound like with pigs?
Yeah, it's pigs. I'll get some pig sounds. we have time to flesh out the soundboard. And this particular episode, and they make a big point of this at the end, is politically motivated. It ends with a call to action. I'll see you in the streets November 15th. Which we all know is a fucking flop now and can have a good laugh about, which makes me happy, because if they somehow overthrew Cuba in the midst of everything else happening, I think I would have a psychological crisis.
Right. And the strategy was to launch this thing on the same day Cuba was like reopening its businesses and stuff. And there were, people who had gone to the summer thing, but then kind of like thought it through and were like, I don't really think this is a good idea, especially people who work in Cuba's tourism industry, which has taken a serious hit since Trump, but, was getting kind of a boost in the last couple of years of the Obama administration. And it doesn't look good for them, for people they want to come visit Cuba to see, turmoil and social strife and protests going on, right? So they just didn't participate, or they stopped their neighbors from participating.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of interesting to look at from an American perspective, because there are multiple reasons that shit is not going well in Cuba right now. Sanctions, huge reason. Another one, COVID, a thing that isn't anyone's fault. But to look at it and then go, well, if communism was good, everyone there would be saying one thing. And if capitalism was good, everyone would be saying another thing, is really kind of simplistic and myopic, because people don't agree on what's happening in America, in our own country at any given time. There's always going to be different interpretations of why bad things are happening. It doesn't mean one's right or one's wrong,
Mm-hmm.
Right. It is also worth noticing that because China is a quote unquote authoritarian communist country, they took COVID seriously and have lockdowns and shit. And China was much more effective at combating it than our country, where it just has free reign to kill as many people as it needs to until we just fully reopen the economy like we're doing now. But the blockade for the things that they focus on in this video, which is empty supermarket shelves, boats aren't allowed to dock there. The video opens with Paula being like, "You're not going to believe this. I have to leave to Cuba from Madrid for no reason. Don't ask why, but we're going in," and nobody's been able to do it. And the implication is because the evil Cuban government is keeping out foreigners so that they won't know about their terrible freedoms or whatever. But a lot of it is the United States official blockade of the country. You're not allowed to go there.
right?
Right. Cuba was literally declared a terrorist state under Trump, and Biden had said that, oh yeah, we'll deal with that. We'll reverse these crazy policies, and then as soon as he gets in office, does a review of the policies, and then doesn't change.
Up here.
Yeah, I don't know if he forgot that he was supposed to do this, but nothing has changed.
Classic
been
Biden move.
farting.
You hold the papers and you fall asleep.
Yeah. He's just been farting a lot in public lately. If you keep a Google alert around for this, like me, you'll hear about once a week. Is that he'll have a hot mic on and he just farts in some like public speech he's giving or something. So he's not doing anything. He's keeping a lot of Trump's shit going great. That's what this campaign's all about.
That's what this campaign's been all about. And his farting is actually very sympathetic. And it's something that many of us do and are maybe taking antacids and stuff now to maybe control their wild biome inside.
Does that help?
I don't know. I'm going to get back to you in a few days, but
okay. I've been taking stuff I got at CVS and it has done nothing.
It's done nothing. Well, that's bad
nothing
news.
For your supermoon ass.
Yeah.
My huge ass just keeps shitting and farting on the
my
queen.
Moonbeams. My moonbeams are undeterred.